Chelsea Football Club may have hit the jackpot because Kendry Paez is actually 16 years old and contributing to Ecuador to qualify for the World Cup. That's how good he is, that's how talented he is, and he's showing it again. We're gonna break it down, I'll tell you why. Cole Palmer, injured. It's just the striker of Chelsea. It's just the Chelsea thing. Clearly, being injured at Chelsea is a normal thing. But you don't need to fear, it's not as bad as it sounds. And finally, Levi Colwill gets nominated to be a Golden Boy. The Golden Boy Award releases their nominations and our boy is representing strong. Love it, we'll talk about it, we'll break it down, we'll look who's on the shortlist. Let's get into it. Welcome to the Kavkas View, brother. You already know what you came to see, the latest Chelsea news, and it's actually very exciting today because every story is partially very positive. Because in some cases, even an injury can be spinned into a positive manner because it's not that bad. But you saw the running order, you enjoyed it, you know what you came here for, so I need you lot to do a little bit of the admin. YouTube has been shagging me a lot recently. Like when I tell you, people aren't even seeing recommendations of my videos and they're struggling to watch. I've had a lot of you reach out and tell me that. So what I need you lot to do is hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and if you're already subscribed, make sure you hit that bell notification. That enables YouTube to send you a notification that Alexis, he posted. Make sure you go and watch, and that will help me out the best, all right? So if you guys can do that, I'd greatly appreciate it, and if you want additional content, in the pinned comment is my TikTok. That's where I do a lot of other clubs. Let's get into it though. Last night, there was an interesting game. Ecuador played Bolivia. I did not stay up and watch. The hours that I watch football are restricted. I am not doing the whole basketball thing I usually do where I stay up till 1 o'clock to watch a game. But I watched the highlights, I caught it, and boy, did I enjoy watching the highlights. The reason I say this is because the Chelsea boys were starring him. Moises Caicedo, 2 more assists. After last time, he got another assist. This guy is going to carry his country to the World Cup. But who we're going to talk about is Kendry Paez. Last time, you lot got bare emotional because I didn't pronounce his name properly, but I've told you guys on many occasions. Me and names just don't get along. I need to hear a commentator to say it, and then I practice it, and then I become professional at saying it. For example, Leslie Ogochukwu, you do not want to see me try to say it prior to me hearing a commentator say it, then I give him the respect he deserves by pronouncing his name in the correct way. So that's one thing that I always will try to implement on this channel. I'm trying to pronounce players' names properly. But I think Kendry Paez is the way you pronounce it. That's what I heard the commentator say. Now we're going to get into it. He got himself a goal at the age of 16. And this guy's resume is becoming unbelievable, right? Let me just read. Youngest ever player to score a goal at the Under-20 World Cup. Youngest ever player to put an Ecuador t-shirt on. Youngest ever player to score at a CONMEBOL tournament. Youngest ever player to play at the CONMEBOL tournament. This guy is just racking off like points and points and points. He looks amazing. I'm not going to put the pressure on him and saying he is the savior of Chelsea. By no means is he the savior of Chelsea. But what I am going to tell you is this kid looks like the real deal. And whoever scouted him, whoever boarded that flight to Ecuador, whoever went to his mom and dad and said, listen, you don't need to go to Dortmund. You need to come to Chelsea. We will give him everything he wants. Bravo. Give him a pay rise. Win Stanley, give you another 1-year extension. Because the fact that they found this kid at age 15, 15 million, everyone went nuts. Everybody went crazy. And guess what? Age 16 now, we look like if we sell him tomorrow, 50 million pounds. 50 million Great British sterling. That's how good he looks at the age of 16 years old. Chelsea have done wonderful business. We've got him tied down on a long-term deal. We've got Moises Caicedo. That's the nice bridge. When he comes to Chelsea, he already knows someone. He already knows someone that he's building a relationship for as we speak. Furthermore, we've got bare Latin players, Spanish players. So the fact that he won't have to acclimatize to straight away knowing English is fantastic. He's most probably studying English on the side, but he can talk to somebody, speak Spanish. Pochettino speaks Spanish. Wonderful. This is what we need. This kid is going to go to the top. And the reason I say stuff like this is because look at the way he plays. Forget that he scored a goal. It's the weight of pass. It's the intelligence. He's playing it in a physical league in Ecuador. And he is getting kicked all the time. Gets back up, is not moaning, he's coming off the bench, starting some games, playing in the Copa Libertadores. This guy is absolutely phenomenal. I am very excited to see what's going to happen with him. I don't think he's going to be our best player in the next 3 to 4 years, but I think he's going to be a Chelsea player. This is not a lone army player. England under 21s are becoming more enjoyable to watch than England. And the reason I say this is because the Chelsea boys are just running that show. Whether it's Noni Madueke or Cole Palmer, both of them are just really cool players. Like, they're both really fun to watch. They're building a really good relationship. And for me, if Cole shifts into the midfield, him and Noni could play and make a very good combination on that side. What we need to talk about is what happened to Cole Palmer yesterday. Cole Palmer, around about halfway through the first half, started pointing at his thigh. He's got a dead leg. The gaffer confirmed it. Lee Carsley said he's got a dead leg. He will not be playing in the next few days. They are going to look at him. They are taking no risks. Guys, you players recover from dead legs in like 7 days. The next Premier League game is not this Saturday, it's the next Saturday. It's Arsenal, we know. Like, we all know. We all want to, like, if there was a remote control, we would simulate forwards just to get to that game because we're all excited. I am very excited for that game. But the reality is, and this is one thing that we have to accept, we need to be very careful with our best players. And the fact that England are going to be very caring of him, I love it. Please continue. I do not want to see this player risked. He should not be risked. He is worth every penny we've paid for him. He looks good, and I'm very impressed. Honestly, I call him Baby Madison because that's what he reminds me of. He's not earned the title of Baby One yet. He's not One Matter just yet, but hopefully one day he can become Baby One. But we'll see. The other person we need to talk about is Noni Madueke. It was the Noni Madueke show because when Noni Madueke is on song, he is a must-watch television. The way he takes a man on, the way he literally humiliates defenders for fun. Noni's biggest problem is, I think sometimes the things he does naturally is a lot better than when Noni has to stop and think what he has to do next. When Noni plays off the cuff and enjoys his game and he's just expressing himself, there was one little touch where they backflicked it into the path of Cole Palmer. And I was like, oh my God, this is a top player. Top players rubbish players don't do stuff what he just did there. He's expressing himself, he's confident. And the fact that he hasn't played virtually any football since the last under 21s for England is wild to me. So he's got a big decision to make in January. Like, Noni Madueke has a massive decision to make in January. He's too good to be only playing under 21 football. He is meant to be playing for Chelsea. If he doesn't get in, he needs to ask to leave on loan because this kid could go somewhere, make a claim to start games, and then get an England caller. He is that good. Like, he is aggressive in the way that he attacks the fullback. He's got a vision of the pitch and then has a decent weight of pass. He shoots very cleanly. The only problem with him is his end product when he gets into the final third is not there. And the only way that develops is by you playing consistently, repetitions of getting into those situations. So I don't know what's going to happen. I think Pochettino needs to start either using him or we need to find him alone because this player could either get sold for 50, 60 million pounds or he could be playing at Chelsea. Do not waste him. One or the other. Use it. We also need to talk about my boy Levi Colwill because Levi Colwill at this moment in time is looking like an asset that Chelsea have generated that could have cost 100 million pounds. This player not only has broken into the Chelsea team, not only is seamlessly fitting in, not only is following the trajectory of Reece James of one day potentially being the captain of Chelsea, he's also got into the team comfortably to the point where the Golden Boy Awards are coming. And for those of you that don't know what the Golden Boys Award is, it's basically the best, I think, under 20 player in the world. It's the Ballon d'Or equivalent for young players. This list is so beautiful, of winners, is crazy. But some of them go on to flop, so you need to be a little bit careful. I think Cesc Fabregas has won this, Lionel Messi has won this. I think, if I'm not mistaken off the top, Alexandre Pato has won it, Joao Felix has won it, Renato Sanchez has won it. These are the top players that of their youth careers. Most of them make it to become phenomenal players. Some of them flop and injuries play a big part. But the fact that he's even nominated is crazy. Let me tell you some of the players on that list. You've got Jude Bellingham, Jamal Musiala, Antonio Silva, who I think is a top player, by the way, Wirtz from Bayer Leverkusen, and Tell. Tell is another one that I look at amazing. Then there's Højlund from Manchester United. There are so many young, good players. I think it's a list of 20. So the fact that he's been announced onto it, respect. He deserves all the praise he gets. He's a phenomenal footballer. I think he's getting wasted at left back, but it is what it is, because the reality, if you think about it, is eventually he'll drift into the centre-back role. And he will be battling in recent weeks with Badiashile, unless Poch has similar vision as I do, where you have Badiashile, Levi Colwill, because then it will be phenomenal. That, the passing range, the defensive covering, the height, the strength, the intelligence, back four will be sorted. Reece James, Badiashile, Levi Colwill, Ian Maatsen. Oh my God, top. That, for me, that will be phenomenal. But we'll see what happens. Guys, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, let me know your thoughts, because without you guys, there's no me, in the sense that I'll just be making a video for nobody watching. So I really appreciate the ones that made it this far. Like I said, but just hit the bell notification to get notified when I post. That's very important. Otherwise, there's no point me post. Also, go follow me on TikTok. Peace out. I'm out. Have a lovely day.